Welcome to another edition of Blacks in Motion right here at Black Video News at 8. And as always, that's right, always, it's your boy Clif right here giving you the hottest news in sports out there right now. And on this week's segment, I'm going to talk a little boxing. That's right, pound for pound, what we're doing inside the square circle. And then I'm going to talk about a little NBA playoff basketball and give you a recap and even some predictions of this round 2 of the NBA playoffs. But jumping right into the world of boxing, there was a big match that just happened recently between Floyd Money Mayweather and Marcos Maidana. Now, of course, you're probably wondering, well, who won? If you haven't heard by now, it was Mayweather. He still has a spotless record, 46-0. But guess what? The controversy, it was a little bit before the match, but it definitely started thick right when the scorecards were being announced. Yeah, there was some kind of problems with a certain type of glove that Maidana wanted to use, but they got it all worked out. Now, after the fight was over, and obviously I was watching a different fight from everybody else because they swear it was such a close fight. But the first judge scored the bout even, and I just didn't see it. Most people were surprised. Where I was watching the fight, everybody was surprised. We didn't know what was going on. But the latter two judges scored the fight for Mayweather, and he won in a majority decision. Now, when I say was I watching a different fight, it definitely wasn't even. So, I look at what the punches were landed, what was thrown, who seemed rattled. And, Mayweather did business as usual. He had excellent defense. He moved around, and he landed way more punches. Well, everybody got hyped up because after the CompuBox numbers came out, they said Maidana was the fighter who landed the most punches against Mayweather at 221. But the question is, how many did he have to throw? He threw 850 punches to land 221, only at a 24% clip. Now you ask yourself, well, what did Mayweather throw? Well, he landed 230 punches, just a few more than 221, but he did it by only throwing a total of 426, landing 54% of his punches. That's called efficiency. And you'll see as I keep on with these punch stats, it's going to lead to domination. Now, within those punches, they're broken up into two kinds, jabs and power punches. Now, in the jab category, Mayweather threw 52, landed 52 out of 152 at a 34% hit percentage. But then Maidana threw 26, but he had to throw 318 punches, jabs I should say, only landing 11%. That's a third of what Mayweather did in the jab department. Now, when we talk about power punches, we talking about the straights, the crosses, the hooks, the uppercuts, the things that really make your, opponent's head rattle. So what would you say? Well, how did that turn out? Well, Mayweather landed 178 out of 274. That's 65% of power punches. That's more than half. I mean, that means that for every 10 punches he threw, power punches, he landed 6 of them. That's ridiculous. That's a great percentage. And, well, Maidana, he did all right. He did kind of like half of that. He landed 185 out of 540. He looked ridiculous throwing them jackhammers down on the back of Mayweather's head. It kind of looked like MMA. It was ridiculous. It was only at 34% in which Maidana landed his power punches. So the percentages were one-sided. The landed punches might have been close, but the thrown punches were lopsided. What it says to me, Maidana was doing a whole lot of aggression and throwing punches and missing most of them, while Mayweather sat back in his defense and counterpunched with accuracy. And that is why I feel like he dominated the fight. Now, other people are going to say, Clif, you don't know what you're talking about. You must not have been watching the same thing I was watching, and that is clearly true. Now, I will say this. I love the heart of Marcos Maidana. He didn't stop. He can take a punch. And he can throw punches. He threw 858 of them. The problem was he just didn't land any. And he got tagged by punches by Mayweather. And that's why this fight should have been unanimous. Didn't expect a knockout. We all know Floyd really ain't got that type of power. But guess what? Marcos Maidana was a great opponent. And if you want to see Floyd's toughest fight, go back and watch the one he fought against Miguel Cotto. He had a bloody nose. Face was all swollen. Why? Because it was a great match. And that's when he was really tested in these recent years. Now, aside from all that, we need to know that Floyd Mayweather, his nickname is Money, right? If he didn't dominate enough for y'all in the ring, he definitely going to dominate outside. Before he even stepped up to the fight, $32 million guaranteed. And after all the pay-per-view money comes in, he stands to possibly make $70 million. Now, he might be perfect in the ring, but if you ask me, his checkbook pretty perfect too. But that's what Floyd Mayweather does. He's money all the way. So look, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back here at Blacks in Motion, we're going to talk a little NBA basketball. Stay logged on.